Okay, this is Duke Grinder here. This is Polearm video number 2, and I want to discuss the techniques on how to manipulate the polearm to move it around and to generate power with it. So the first thing I want to do is we want to take the polearm. This is a pretty big Dane axe, two-handed Dane axe, and we want to find the center of gravity, the fulcrum point of the weapon. So that'd be about here. So when we hold it on that center of gravity, even with just one hand and not really using any body to move it, it's actually pretty easy to manipulate and use for those cuts because it's balanced on itself based on where I'm holding it. So then we take a grip with the bottom hand and we take our guard. Now the bottom hand is what really, on any two-handed weapon, is what really gives it the speed and the power in the movement in the cut. Because as you can see, that bottom hand is the one that's really creating that generated speed for that head of that polearm and that power. See how that bottom hand is pulling as it moves. Also notice how that bottom hand manipulates that haft so it doesn't run into my knees, right? Comes around as I cut or block, right? It's that bottom hand. The top hand certainly is important. It guides and directs where the head of that pole or axe is going, right? And it also will put a little extra oomph as this bottom hand's pulling. Put a little bit of push in that top hand. To generate and complete the full and correct movement for manipulation of the polearm's haft, we then add a body turn and hips into the full technique. So now I come in, and as I rotate around, see how my hips are now adding that last piece of generated power to the movement. So much so that if I'm not careful, I can hit too hard. We don't want to do that. We want to play nice with our friends. So again, here. Now, we'll get into some other techniques on how we can use range and change the range, whether it's gripping closer or farther away. That's down the road in some of the next videos that we'll talk about. I hope that makes sense.